Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Well, technically tonight, but if it's daytime in your country, good morning, y'all, or good evening, y'all, or good night, y'all. Anyways, how's y'all day been going? How's y'all day or night been going? Okay, I have one question for y'all. Do y'all got any squishies at home that you want to turn into a tub of squishy? Have you ever wanted a tub of squishy but you already have just regular boring squishies? Do you have like some regular boring squishies that are so boring and you don't know what to do with them? And you want to turn them into a tub of squishy? And you're searching for the perfect recipe, and you keep trying different recipes, but they're all not working. I have the perfect one for you. Trust me. So you could take hot or cold water. It has to be bottled, and then you take your cap, and then you gotta pour the tiniest amount of water. That's why I'm wearing a different shirt, because I spilled it all over my other shirt that I had. And you're just gonna pour it onto your squishy. Trust me guys, this is going to work. You just pour it all over your squishy, and if you accidentally get some on the table, definitely do this on the table, because then you can always just clean it up again. Do not do this on like a soft surface. Do it on a hard surface. And then once it pretty much looks like this, and your countertop looks like that, then you can go ahead and stop, right? Then you can go ahead and stop right there. Take a napkin or anything and just carefully wipe your squishy down. Now let's start with the back first, so you could lay it down to get the front. Well, first, clean your surface off. So if you're doing this on a desk, clean your desk off, or if you're doing this on a table, clean your table off. Clean whatever surface you have that you did this on off, if you just did it. And then take your squishy and take anything. I'm using my shirt. By the way, this is the blanket. Squishy. Just gonna carefully do this. And then once you unwrap it, you start squishing. It's sticky. Like, look at this. It's nuts. And it's also stretchy. You don't have to use a mochi squishy to do this. You can use a regular flimsy and off-brand squishy, even if it was off-brand. You could still use it, because Alexa told me that you could still use a regular boring old squishy. Like, look at him, he's chilling. Don't ask me why he doesn't have a face. It wiped off as soon as I got it, bro. Do not get these type of squishies from Dollar Tree. Now let's do a stick test. So first, I'm just gonna take my hand and slap it on. Did y'all see that? It actually stuck to my hand. I have this cheese right here. I'm gonna slap it on the top. Well, why didn't it stick? Hold on, wait guys, just give me one moment. So cool, right? Like, actually, I'm being so for real, this works. Even though I've tried many experiments on this bad boy. All the experiments plus one experiment equals tub of squishy. So the first experiment that you're gonna want to do is take some soap and rub it all over this guy, and rub it all over your squishy, and then you want to let it sit for about 5 minutes, 1 to 5 minutes, for about 5 minutes. You want to let the soap sit on the squishy for about 5 minutes. And once it sits for 5 minutes, gently rinse it off. And then once you rinse it off, you pat it dry. And then once you pat it dry, you get your perfect tub of squishy. And then for the next experiment, you need to take a cup and put some warm water in it and pour some soap in, and then mix it around, and then take your squishy and go like this, and make sure you actually get it in, and go like this, and make sure you drown that thing. You need to drown it, like literally. Just take your squishy. I understand how much pain you're gonna be going through to do this, but you need to get your Taba squishy. So first you want to take your squishy, of course, and then you want to just place it on the table. Gently pat it dry. Pat it dry. And then once you pat it dry, you have your perfect Taba squishy. And then I'm not going to share this one because I don't want my mom to be finding out, because she watches every single video that I freaking post. Like, it's fine if you're watching this, Mom. I am not doing this to get famous. I mean, I kinda am, but like I just told you a few seconds ago when you were inside, I want to be a gymnast star, because I've been practicing my splits and handstands actually, and splits. I have been practicing that. You can see the thing playing in the background. Yes, I do use Deer Park water. Yes, I did use Deer Park water, but you can use any type of water. And then you just want to take your hand and or take anything besides your hand and start poking it. If it starts to stick to that, or if you can hear it jiggling, and then if you lift it up and put it on, but if you take something that's like a hand and you try to lift, and you put gloves on your hands and you put it on here, and then you want to take your squishy and then just put it on your face, and you can see how squishy it is, and then you want to plop it over in your hands, and look how squishy. And then for that next experiment that I just did, we're going to take your squishy, put it on a hard surface, and take the cap, which I'm finding, and you take the cap of your water bottle, and you want to pour a slight amount of water to fill this rim. Not this rim, this small rim. You need enough water to fit in this small rim right here, not this one that I'm holding it by, not that, not this one, the one on the inside. Make sure, this is the part that you really need to listen to. Trust me, I've done this before. But I know that it works. Oh my gosh, guys, it's sticking. It's like a magnet. Get it all off. So, anyways, yeah, guys. And then you carefully pour the cap of water onto your Taba squishy, and then you just wanna like mix them around in it, you know. And then once you do that, you might have to do this like 10. I mean, not 10. You might have to do this like 1 or 2 times, 2 or 3 times to get it extra sticky. And then after you dry it off, you have yourself a Taba squishy. So those are all the things you need to do to get a Taba squishy. You can make it scented by putting like perfume on it, but I'm not going to do that. I would get immediately in trouble. So let's do the water thing again, because it's getting less stickier. See, let's do the water thing, because why not? Do it again. A couple seconds ago, I had to change my shirt, because I literally just told you guys why. Here, I'm going to set this down real quick. Let me just make this the perfect L again. There we go, the perfect L. Ooh, heart and L. You gotta place your squishy on top. Well, technically, it can be on anything, really, as long as it's a hard surface that can hold something. As long as it can hold something, you're good. You just take the water and give them a bath. It's like giving your toy a bath. Make sure you rub them around until It is shiny clean. You see how shiny that is? It's literally burning my eyes even looking at the camera. Guys. Anyways, once it's like very slippery to where if you do this, if you just barely hold it, it'll slip right on your hand, and then it'll start skateboarding all over the kitchen. Anyways, once it gets like that, and it starts skateboarding all over ice skating all over the kitchen, take anything that has like a nice material, and make sure that you clean the area, like your workspace area, and then you take your squishy out of that towel, and then boom, your perfect top squishy. Bye guys. Not gamey. Sorry. I just had that in my head. Anyways, actually if you like J Crew fam. And J Crew fam, if you're watching this video, I am a big fan. Adley, you too. A for Adley, you too. I'm the biggest fan ever. I love you, girlie. Bye. Have a squishy. Bye.